Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and in this video I am doing a shadow reading for the sign of Gemini. For that I'm using Tarot Nuages by Neidman. That's a new tarot deck that I recently acquired. I will put a flip through in the description box. This is Tarot the Abyss by Anna Torian, and this is an oracle deck called the Lantern Oracle. And we will draw a card at the end of the reading to see if there is some extra knowledge or wisdom that can be imparted on the reading for you. Okay, Gemini, this is a shadow reading. Okay, so if for any reason this reading is not resonating with you, resonate, just know that sometimes our shadow is just not ready to be exposed. It's not ready to be worked on, and so you might not be able to see. Additionally, it could be that you need to watch the reading for your moon sign, your rising sign, or even your sidereal placements. And if none of those work, I suggest that you go through my list of videos and see if there's a title or a spread thumbnail that catches your eye. And let's see if maybe you can find the little nugget of wisdom that you're looking for that way. Okay. So just remember that not every Gemini is going to go through the same thing at the same time. And additionally, you don't have to be, say, a Sagittarius to watch and resonate with the Sagittarius reading, because we all have all of the zodiac signs in our charts due to the house system. Okay, so even if you don't have any planets or aspects in a certain sign, you do have a house in the sign, each of the signs. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, Gemini, wonderful air sign. You guys have such wonderful, explosive energy. I love it. I love the way your mind works. Very inquisitive and very detective-like, and similar to the mind of a Scorpio. You know, you really want to get to the heart of things, and that's what Scorpios like to do. They really like to go deep, dive really deep, and you want to understand on a mental, on an air level, and Scorpio wants to understand on a soul level. You know, really get in there. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have for you. King of Coins. Okay, Heir of Earth. Then we've got the Four of Chalices, water energy, and the High Priestess. Amazing. Talking about going deep here. Okay, let's do this. Okay, that didn't work on. There it goes. It's just on a little bit of a delay, I guess. Okay, so here's our major arcana energy right here, this wonderful High Priestess. Look at her. She's gorgeous. And she's in between these two pillars, so it's like she's guarding knowledge, right? We see the full moon in the back, or the moon in the back, and she's holding this book of knowledge. And basically all of the answers that you are searching for are within. They are within you. Okay. And she talks about going within the self and diving deep within the self to understand things about yourself, how they've affected you, the things that you've been through, how they have turned you into the person that you are now, how they have accumulated and just built you up into the person that you are now. We are based on our we are who we are based on our experiences. Okay, and then we've got the Four of Chalices here, and this is water energy, and this card speaks of well, it speaks of a complacency, right? It speaks of not being aware of the gifts that we have, and so this is a RWS type deck, and it does have a little bit of the Marseille style in it, but for the most part it follows RWS, Rider-Waite-Smith. And down here, let me scoot back to this right here at the bottom, other side, right here, we can see there's a being here who is not really aware of all these wonderful cups. And this cup up here that's receiving this radiating light, she doesn't really know what she has here, and it seems like she's sulking down here, and so she's unaware of the gifts that she has been given or that are being bestowed upon her. Then we've got the King of Coins here, and he is heir of earth. Okay, so he is very steady, he's very calm, he's very much into his environment. He's a farmer type, and he's very concerned about the environment, not just the earth and all that, but the home, the house, making sure everybody's taken care of, and he provides on a resource level. Okay, and this king here, what I'm reading from this spread for you, Gemini, is that there's something to be discovered about something that you're unaware of, right? Maybe something to do with taking advantage of an opportunity that you're not seeing, or getting involved in a situation that can bring you into more of a stable physical situation. Okay, more stable home, more stable job, but this opportunity is sort of like right in front of you, but you're staying in this Four of Chalices energy, and that you're not recognizing it, you're not taking advantage of what this opportunity has for you. And so we're having the High Priestesses here, and asking you to understand that, to first of all see that there's an opportunity, but not only that, understand why you're sort of turning a blind eye to this opportunity. So we're going to use the Tarot of the Abyss by Anna Torian to dive deeper into this message. Excuse me. How are you guys liking the new setup? I really like that transition thing. Just press of a button, and though it seems to be on a bit of a delay, which, I mean, I am taxing my computer, my laptop. I've got 2 cameras. I've got a microphone set up into the computer, and then I've got like 3 lights going on around me. I'm no longer in my windowsill, and I don't have that natural light, so I've got to get this artificial light going. Oh, I've already split the deck, but we're going to do it again. All right, Gemini, I'm going to do one more shuffle, and we are going to try to understand what this King of Coins, what this opportunity is here, this opportunity that you're not looking at. So we've got the Three of Swords in reverse, air energy. Then we've got the Moon. The Moon is making, and the High Priestess as well. These 2 cards are making some big appearances in this series. And it it is a shadow reading, so I would assume that the High Priestess and the Moon and also the Hierophant would be showing up, though I haven't seen him yet. Okay, however, our major arcana that we have here is the Moon, and the Moon is about understanding ourselves on an emotional level. The Moon is about emotions and intuition and stuff like that, but it is really understanding the parts that we hide within ourselves. The traditional card that Pamela Smith drew has a wolf and a dog, which shows the wild and the tamed. And then it also has a little crustacean who's climbing up from the depths, right? And that is telling us that there are things that are deep inside, that are hidden deep inside, that eventually will come up. And it's up to us if we want to acknowledge that or allow that creature to sulk back inside. And so what I'm seeing here is this opportunity that you have. it seems like it has come from a situation where it causes some pain for you for some reason. And the moon is sandwiched in between the Three of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. Check out this Three of Swords. I really like this one. Okay. Oh, let me scoot back a bit. Okay, so let me turn it around. It's reverse in your spread, but you see here she's got a bird flying out of her hand, which used to be part of her heart, and it's a painful release of a heartfelt situation, and so basically you're unable to release a painful situation, and it's living within your mind, and so you keep recurring this situation. You keep bringing the situation up, and you keep swirling it in excuse me, in your mind, and the moon is asking you to understand why. Let me get a drink of my tea here. I've got a dry throat. Okay. And interestingly enough, let me go back to that shot. Interestingly enough, we have this, oh, I was already there. We have this Nine of Pentacles, and it's reversed in your spread as well. But this woman too is holding a bird, and but she's wanting to show it, right? And so it's very interesting that we have birds showing up in your spread, and birds are of air energy. They live in the air. They fly in the air, and so the feeling that I'm getting here is that there's something that needs to be released. There's something that needs to be discovered in a situation in which you were hurt. A situation in which you were hurt in the past, and you're unable to release that hurt, and you're just kind of holding on to it. The Nine of Pentacles speaks of opulence and luxury and having all those nice things that we would want, right? The Nine of Pentacles is not too far away from the King of Coins. However, this opportunity that is presenting itself to you, you're unaware of it because of this feeling of hurt and maybe even animosity that you're holding on to and not letting go. And so you're not able to see this gift of luxury. And so the moon, sandwiched between these two cards, is asking you, begging you to try to understand where that is coming from. Why are you unaware of this opportunity that is being presented to you? Are you just thinking that you don't deserve it? Are you thinking that you're not good enough? You're not smart enough? You don't have enough resources? You don't have enough education? Why is it that you don't feel you are deserving of this opportunity? So we're going to get a read on this Four of Chalices here. We've got the Ten of Swords, air energy. We've got the Wise One. Here's the Hierophant in reverse, and we've got the Queen of Cups. Okay, so the Wise One is the Hierophant, and Anatorian renamed this card, and it shows of a chief sitting in front of a fire. And in Native American culture, the fire is very important to us. We hold the fire in great regard. Our ancestors live within that fire, and the fire is like the central part of our spirituality, of our way of life. It gives us life, it gives us warmth. You know, it's akin to the sun. And so the Wise One being around this fire and teaching these other two down here is a way of communing with the divine, with the ancestors. And I do, since it's in reverse here and sandwiched in between these two cards, your other major arcana is sandwiched in between two cards as well. And I would like to point out that the moon is sandwiched in between two reversals, and your Hierophant, the Wise One, is sandwiched in between two uprights. And so what this is saying here is that your complacency is coming from a position of of the divine trying to give something to you, but you're not open to receiving it because you don't have that connection to the divine yet. You don't have enough of the pathways available to realize what is being presented to you is being divinely handed to you. You divinely deserve this. And I see that with this 10 of Swords here and this Queen of Cups sandwiched in between the Wise One, you're contemplating about it, and you do feel a little bit of a push towards that way. However, you are sort of complacent about it. You're not really, maybe you don't believe that it's true. Maybe you don't believe in that frou-frou stuff or whatever that word is. Maybe you just don't believe that communing with the divine is something that can be done. But however, your soul, in the Queen of Cups here, your soul is calling for it. And also you're thinking about it on a mental level, as Geminis do. And this card here, this deck has two 10 of Swords. The other one is, of course, that typical one with the man being stabbed by 10 swords. But this one is the transfer of energy, the sharing of the mental energy, sharing of wisdom, it being transferred between these two beings of great wisdom. The owl holds great wisdom. The old man holds great wisdom as well. And it's being shared, or it's being transferred, however you like to see it. But it is this great understanding, communication between the self and the physical, between your logical mind and your emotions. Okay, there is a pull to you to try to begin this communing with the divine. And I what I see here is that in order for you to realize the gifts that you have, go to the divine and go to the divine and start working with the divine. Find a meditation practice, go out for hikes and just appreciate nature. Maybe waking up every morning and thanking the sun for shining. Thank the sun for giving that energy for the plants to create photosynthesis. Thank the earth for giving you a place to walk on, a place for you to have a home. And just start little bits of gratitude to the divine, and I believe that eventually once you start giving the gratitude out, you'll start to see the gratitude all around you. You'll start to see gifts starting to come to you, gifts starting to just appear for no reason. Well, not no reason. There is a reason, but gifts just starting to pop up like daisies. And then they're just going to be plentiful like daisies. Okay, the High Priestess. So let's get a read on that one. So we've got the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, the 4 of Wands in reverse, and then the 9 of Cups. Very interesting here because we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse in this column. And at the end, we have the 9 of Cups upright. So what I see here with this High Priestess in needing to discover some things about you, needing to dive deep within yourself, within your psyche, and understand yourself on a soul level. I see that this is... It's going to take it's going to take some work for you. And I think it's going to be a little bit of going against the grain. It's going to be it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're really not going to know what you're doing and if you're doing it right. But after a certain amount of time, you're just going to feel the energy. You're going to feel a shift, okay? You're going to come out of this 4 of Cups energy where you're just kind of complacent, and you're going to sort of coast into this 9 of Cups energy where you are you're happy, you're content, you have all that you want, you have these great memories, you have these wonderful feelings, you have these wonderful relationships. You're going to see the shift, and when you start seeing the shift, I believe let's go back to the spread. When you start feeling this shift, your Nine of Coins energy is going to open you up to a new world, basically. And then you're going to be able to fully see and understand this gift and opportunity that is being presented to you. Now, I don't know what the timeline is. I don't know if, you take 5 years to get to this point, if your opportunity is still going to be there. But all I'm saying is that there is an opportunity for you, and it is you're complacent about it. You're unaware about it. And it's going to take some self-discovery, some deep understanding work on your part to bring you out of this complacency and into this air of appreciation and gratitude and happiness. So that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Now we're going to go to the Lantern Oracle, and the artwork in this is beautiful. Okay, let me switch. I need some sort of button or something. Well, I do have a button, maybe a foot button, where I can just step on it. I don't know. Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Oh yeah. And I also have to remember to look into the lens. I have a monitor over here as well that kind of gives me a bird's eye view of all that I'm doing. You go on YouTube, and before you start making videos, you don't realize all the work that is put into it. But there is so much work. There's a lot of thought. There is planning as well, though it's a little bit easier for what I do because I don't really have to plan too much. I just draw cards and I just receive the message. So there's not much planning on my part, but people who make videos about going places and foods, and they have to plan all these shots and stuff like that, that's pretty dynamic. And I just have a static setup here, which is better for me. I don't have to do a lot of post editing. I just record the video and I pop it on YouTube. So going through this experience just makes me so much more appreciative of the content that people put out. So isn't that wonderful? The experiences we go through help us to appreciate others. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have for you, Gemini. All right. Number 34, circles. Clarity begins in the eye of the storm. All right. So that is your card. Let's see. There we go. It's focusing. Awesome. I see some people who have such a fast focus, autofocus. And I don't know, I guess I thought I bought a pretty expensive webcam. Well, it was on sale, so I don't know. Okay, so this card deck, the Oracle deck, is split up in phases, the phases of the moon. Let's see. I feel like it's the moon. So it's the Maiden, Mother, Guardian, and Crone. And so your card happens to be in the Crone, which is Elder, Fire, Alchemy. It's acceptance, integration, reconciliation, and wisdom. And it's represented through cards 34 through 44. And so you're the start of the Crone. And okay, so these passages are pretty long, so this passage is about two and a half pages, and so I'm just gonna kind of read through some of it. We're not gonna read through all of it, so I'm cognizant of your time. Our thoughts, emotions, behaviors, and relationship patterns are potentially detrimentally circular when they remain unconscious, without acknowledging that we do not know what we are doing or how to get different results, it seems as though the same disappointments, ruts, and detours keep happening to us. This is because we do not realize our subconscious part in these unwanted reoccurrences, nor do we have the power to exit the un-merry-go-round. And I believe that's where this Four of Cups comes in, this complacency. Perhaps you've kind of been in this situation for a while, and maybe you are upset about it, and maybe that's the loss and sadness that you're feeling here. It is that you feel like you're in this rut and you're unable to get out. And if we do nothing different happens. We will only continue to reenact our default setting automatically. A life lived in circles inevitably limits what is possible for us. It can also be particularly harmful when toxic relationships, addiction, or financial dependence is involved. Awareness of how we perpetuate more of the same is necessary before we can consciously create an upward and outward spiral of life for ourselves. The key is to become aware of the highly charged and compulsive psychological dynamics influencing us, period. Without clarity, we cannot exit the circular rut that has some sort of magnetic toxicity at its core. Although it can be painful and confronting to understand the dynamics that continue to trigger us, awareness is the doorway out of any roundabout we want to step off. To support you in this process, journal your responses to the following prompts. And it gives about 8 prompts here. You are your white horse, ever equipped to venture forward. All right. Let me read this one paragraph. Circles that spiral downward are the effects of unconscious repetition and confusion. In this sense, we are the ones who prohibit us from venturing forth upon new ground. To acknowledge that we do not know what to do about something, we begin to see with increasing clarity, logic, desires, and emotions what is confusing and therefore prohibiting us. Once we can see things for what they are, we can recognize what we can do about them. So yes, so I really feel this was a great card for this, and these cards have been great for all the readings in this series. So I think once you realize this complacency here, this rut maybe that you're kind of stuck in, you'll realize that you're going in this roundabout situation, and that it takes you diving deep within yourself, using this high priestess energy here to go deep within yourself to understand that, okay? To understand this this feeling of complacency, this rut that you're in, this not wanting to acknowledge other things that are out there, not wanting to acknowledge this opportunity that you have. And that can be something that you possibly picked up as a child. For whatever reason, maybe you felt you were undeserving of a great opportunity. For whatever reason, maybe you were taught to believe that you weren't smart enough, or you didn't have the right resources or the right personality for this particular opportunity, or any opportunity in general. So it's going to take some deep diving on your part, Gemini, but you can do it. You're a great thinker, and yes, I wish you well, and thank you so much for spending your time with me here. And I hope you enjoyed the new setup, this new way of me reading cards for you, and that is it. So I will see you next reading. Take care. All right.